into that, I just wanted to introduce Taya. Effectively, Taya is your travel AI agent. And I built Taya because I joined Intelli and Planet last June. And I just found there were so many things to get my head around that having a tool like this would be really, really beneficial. So that is why I built it. Before I do log in, it's worth saying you may be using ChatGPT, etc. But this is sort of one step further than that because it uses a variety of underlying models. So it doesn't just rely on ChatGPT. There's a logo generator, for example, that uses a different underlying model. ChatGPT, yes, it can generate images, but it's not as good as some others. And other models are better at sort of handling with different requests. So that is why it's better, and also doesn't really know what you're going to ask it, whereas these are trained models. So these know the sort of theme that you're going to ask it, and therefore they know what kind of thing to respond with. So that is the difference. And let's get started. So there are currently 10 different coaches. But what I will focus on today is the purple ones, which are the Planet side, the network marketing side. I will show you these ones after if there's time. I don't want this demo to be too long. And then these coaches are just sort of, if you're new to social media, perhaps you've never used TikTok before, it just helps you get your head around that, setting up, how does the algorithm work? What type of content you should be posting on there. So let's start with the purple network marketing Planet specific coaches. So firstly, and let me move myself up here. So this is DMO. It's really just to help people figure out what they should be spending their time on. Because a lot of the time people have this as an extra thing on the side. They are busy, they're perhaps parents, they've got a full-time job. So it's just figuring out, okay, look, I've got 15 minutes today. What should I get done? Let's say I've got 30 to 45 minutes and it's super easy. You just can put 1, 2, or 3. So you don't even need to type anything out. And you'll also notice this little voice button down here. You can speak to it as well, which is so useful. So, okay, what is your main focus? Say, I want to build my team. So I want to find other people that are interested in the opportunity. So then it will come back with, okay, your plan for the next 30 to 45 minutes should be spending 10 minutes engaging and expanding. So commenting and connecting, active outreach for 10 to 15, showing up online, posting a story or reel, and then checking in with people that have been watching. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's say I have 3 hours spare over the weekend. What should I do? And you can also say to it, next week I've got 2 hours across the 5 days, and then it will split it up per day for you. Again, I want to get new reps. So it's just quite a nice way to keep agents on top of everything. Okay, so your weekend 3-hour power plan. So block 60 minutes visibility and warm up. So, posting, engaging, prepping. Block 2, following up previous conversations, etc. So this one is more about planning. And if we move on to Prospect Finder, this one is really interesting because this is something that I've and many others do struggle with. So let's say I want to build a new prospect list. And then what it does is it just generates ideas for you. How much time can you give to prospecting? So let's do 10 mins a day. Yes. And sometimes it will come back with questions like this just to clarify and make sure that the response is specific and tailored to you. Okay, cool. So with 10 minutes, 1 step. So grab a notebook and think about friends, family, co-workers, etc. Aim for 10 names. Okay, so let's do that. Let's say, okay, I've done that. Now, how can I find new prospects on Instagram? Okay, and then it's come back. So search a hashtag your ideal prospect might use, mum life, travel addict, work from anywhere, etc. Find a post that feels genuine, and then start to engage with them. Okay, do that with just 3 to 5 new people today. Little by little, these warm up into conversations. So you could get hashtag suggestions, or I could say, what other ideas do you have? Okay, so check who's engaging with travel content on big pages. So start looking at, big travel accounts, look at story viewers, who's viewing your stories, use location tags. So looking at, holiday in the Maldives, hotels, etc. And then find people that way. So want to build a super simple 3-day Instagram prospecting plan. Yes, that sounds quite good. And then I want to ask after that, okay, so prospecting plan, hashtag connection, pick one hashtag, follow. Yeah, so it's just putting that into a very clear plan. Okay, so let's say I've got some new connections. So say after these 3 days, we'll have new connections and potential to open up travel combos. Yes, how do I engage my followers. Okay, so here's one simple tip you can try. Say, post an Instagram story with a fun, easy engagement sticker like, where would you rather travel, beach or city, dream holiday, if money was no object, and see who interacts. And if anyone responds, they're a warm prospect. So reply in DMs with curiosity, something like, I love the beach too. Have you been anywhere amazing lately? So just a way to start engaging with them. Yes, I want another idea. Okay, this or that, staycation or abroad, check who interacts, pick 1 to 2 people and put them a DM. So you could carry on doing this way. What I've then built is a conversation coach, and this is really, really useful. So here to help you start, follow up, and close conversations with confidence. So where would you like to start? So let's say 1, message for a teacher with 2 kids, do not know her. Okay, so it sounds like you're reaching out to a cold lead. So it will then have a validation question. So which platform are you messaging her on? Because that would change. In the meantime, it's sent through a casual and relatable message. You know, seems like you seem like you're such a busy super mum with teaching and 2 kiddos. I recently started something in the travel space that's created an extra income stream for a few mums and teachers I know, etc. So you could then say to it, I want it more casual. Or you could say, you know, I want it a bit more formal because I don't know them. I want it longer. I want it to go in a bit more detail about the opportunity. Anything really that you want, you can ask it to do. So this is ultra casual now. Hope don't mind me popping up. I saw you're a teacher, mum, superwoman energy, etc. No idea if that's your vibe, but happy to share a bit if you're ever curious. Okay, so let's then say, because if we go back up to the top, it helps you follow up, handle objections, closing. So let's say they said no because they are too busy and think it sounds like a pyramid scheme. What do I say? Okay, so totally get that. Sounds like life is full on for you right now, etc. And then it just gives a bit of detail. No pressure at all from me. Just thought of you because so many teachers and mums have found this to be really flexible. Yeah, as it says, cute story for the social human and builds up credibility without being defensive. Want a follow-up version? Yes, follow up in a few weeks. So what you could do is you could even plan the follow-up now and then sort of, you know, save it in a Word document or a Google Doc or whatever so that you've got those conversations there and they all relate to each other. In the conversation, I want help closing a prospect. I've been talking to this prospect for a few weeks and she is interested. I need to close her. Okay, so quick questions. Is the next step her to watch an info video, fill in the sign up form, get an order, link to join? You're offering a discovery chat. She has watched all the videos. She just gets to say yes and sign up. Okay, so it's suggesting, hey, lovely, so glad you had a chance to watch everything. I could honestly see you doing so well with this. Just want to check in, see if you're ready to get started. Okay, just popping back in. Are you ready to grab your spot? Okay. She hasn't signed up yet for money worries and keeps waiting for payday. What do I say? Okay, so soft money follow up. Hey, love you, totally get the payday wait. I remember the exact setting before I jumped in, but honestly hit me that I was already spending on travel and not earning anything back. So getting started felt more like putting money back into my pocket, etc., etc. So again, you could keep saying, I want it more casual, I want it softer. What's this? A money mindset style message to help her reframe cost. Yes, money mindset style message to reframe cost. Okay, hey love, I totally get being cautious with money, especially when things feel tight. But one thing I realized was I was always spending on something, you know, meals out, Amazon orders, etc. As things I've ever spent on that actually gives me more back. So, you know, it just is super useful to start thinking about ideas that you can use. So that's the conversation code. Okay, so now social media manager, and this is great for just planning, you know, maybe a single post, or it can also batch your content for the week, 2 weeks, even the month, or just simply updating your social media profile. So let's do, I want 3 posts per week for the next 2 weeks. I want Instagram grid posts, and you can do anything from Facebook, LinkedIn, it could be Instagram stories, it could be TikTok reels. So anything that you want help with, it can help. So it's then asking some clarification questions. So I want it to focus on building curiosity about travel. Okay, so now it's pulling through the plan. So it's got week 1, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's got the content type, the idea or the theme, the caption you can use, and a format or asset suggestion. So meaning what type of photo you could use. Okay, great. Hasn't quite pulled through this in table format. Could go and ask it to redo it about I need some hashtags for each. And then it will suggest the appropriate hashtags for each of the posts. Okay. You could also say to it, write me a post with engaging hook for a trip I took to Bali and how my business helped. Okay, so it suggests the photo, suggests the caption. I took it because I built a life I don't need to escape from. Okay, so little side business that lets me earn through travel, not just daydream about it. So again, it's then pulled through the hashtag. So anything that you need, it really helps you. So that's social media manager. Then mindset coach is quite a nice one that I've put in because I feel a lot of the time rejection is quite a big thing, a lot of no's, and sometimes it's quite hard to just keep going each day when you're getting no's. So let's just, I feel rejected, I keep on getting no's. Okay. So gentle reframe, someone saying no is a reflection on your worth. It simply means they're not ready, etc. So it will then give you an affirmation. So I'm proud of myself for showing up. Every no is build my strength. And then it suggests journaling on this or a mindset boost. So mindset boost. Okay, so here it offers a mindset task. And again, if it's not quite for you, you can ask for a different one. Just lifts you out of that feeling of rejection. Okay, let's put, how can I do this each day? What's an easy exercise? Okay, so it suggested a morning power start. So one thing I'm proud of yesterday, one thing I'm grateful for, one way I choose to show up with belief today, ending it with I get to grow, I get to lead, and exactly where I need to be. So this is just quite nice. It adds something to it to help agents each day. So those are the core work marketing tools. These coaches at the top, and I mentioned the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're just helping you understand what those are. But let me show you Travel Coach. This is one that is particularly helpful for the travel side. And I know this is not quite a basic planet, but I just want to show you what kind of things it can do. So let's say top 5 hotels in the Maldives for a couple for their honeymoon, no budget, lucky them, best time to travel. And this travel coach can effectively answer anything travel related, which is super, super useful. Okay, so it's got some discovery questions. So, they seek an overwater villa, do they want all inclusive? So the more information you give it, the better the recommendations are. But it's then pulled through some of the suggestions anyway. So the top 5 hotels for couples with no budget, it pulls through the hotel and the link to that specific hotel website. Here are the hotels, saying best time to visit. Okay, travel logistics. So speedboats, seaplanes, that's really useful for the Maldives. They don't need a visa, etc. Okay, another thing the travel coach can do is itinerary 3 days in Madrid for a group of girls. Okay, and then it pulls through what you should do on each day, has hotel recommendations, etc. So this is great. Let's do Top restaurants in Paris. Please respond in French. Another top tip, you can ask it to reply in any language that you want, and it will reply in that language. Okay, so again, let's pull through the top restaurants in Paris in French. Really, really cool. So that's Travel Coach, the useful logo generator. I'll just quickly show you this one. Okay, so name your travel company, Amy Lux Travel. Contract, so luxury holidays to elegant design. I want it to include waves, blues. I'll just wait until. Okay, yeah, not too bad. I quite like that it has the wave pool and it has the wave in the A as well. So that's logo generator. And that's it really. Love to know your thoughts and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for your time.